Our pill dispenser is called the Timely tablet. This automated pill dispenser is dedicated to my grandma. I've always been interested in biotech, and while reading a pamphlet from a workshop, I sent it to my sister who works in healthcare. We were both shocked to learn that the highest problem category in medication errors was diagnostics, with 44% being diagnostic errors. After reading that statistic, my sister told me about a patient she recently encountered. The patient was a native Thai speaker living in the United States who had been prescribed a pain-relieving drug after surgery. His English wasn't very good and he lived alone. The prescription was meant to be taken 6 times per week, but he misunderstood it as 6 times per day. Unfortunately, he passed away due to unintentional overdose. This immediately reminded us of our grandma, who struggles with high blood pressure and diabetes. She only speaks Telugu, our family's native language. Every time she's prescribed medication, my dad or uncle has to translate the instructions from English to Telugu. On top of that, my grandma grew up in a culture where taking modern medication isn't very common. She usually relies on Ayurvedic practices and always goes towards a natural option. Because of this, she often forgets to take her medication or skips it altogether. Thinking she'll be fine, this has really made me worried and has our family worried and has taken a toll on her health. If the medication instructions were simply printed in Telugu, my dad or uncle wouldn't need to translate it every time. And if she had a consistent reminder, she'd be more likely to take her medication on time. That's where our device comes in, the Timely tablet. With this, my dad or uncle or even the doctors can schedule it using our custom web server that can be accessed on an app or website. When you access the web server, you can set a scheduled date. So essentially, due to testing purposes, we've had it as Saturday for 7:52 p.m. So this means that every Saturday at 7:52 p.m., she'll be getting a medication and the buzzer will buzz. We turned off the buzzer due to speaking purposes, but we'll show the technology in the second clip. This is also helpful for patients with conditions like Alzheimer's disease who might forget to take their medications, or Parkinson's who struggle to take the medications with tremors as it's difficult to open the tough pill bottles. On top of all the challenges we faced, the biggest challenge was 3D printing, as we're not really familiar with CAD, and we had to really figure out how to use the 3D printers. At first we wanted to use 3D printers, but the time was really hard as it takes a long time to print, so we decided to use laser cutting, but this was still a steep learning curve. In the future, we'd like to have a system where we can have pills that are being dispensed one at a time rather than having to refill it every 15 days. And if you look at the bottom, we used a stepper motor, a buzzer, a ESP32, and a power supply